got, it looks like Karen Toop versus Kellen Schleyer in the face-off, and we're just about to get started. You can see we have Matt Lamberson holding the line on D. From Brian Bertrand, we got a face-off win by the Ottawa Capitals. Malachi Lamberson picks up the ball, taking his time with that ball as he gains possession, building up the momentum, taking the charge. Really taking his time, but great ball handling skills. As he passes it up, Lucas Cheeseman races towards the ball, was met up by Karen Toop. Fight in the corner. Goes right up to Tiana Toth-Vent under her chair. And Kellen Schleyer just takes a shot. Good shot on net. And a good save by Tammy Colhane. First big save.
Karen Toop tries a pass intercepted by Schleyer out in front of the net, looking for his angle. And we have the first goal from Kellen Schleyer.
First goal of the tournament, and it was a great shot. Great arc on that lob shot. Absolutely fantastic play.
So we have a goal by number 18, assisted by 13. Kellen Schleyer from Malachi Lamberson.
Well, it is a great start, the start that the Ottawa Capitals were looking for. They are a team that starts off very strong. They got that speed, they got that teamwork, and Malachi Lamberson picks up the ball. Lamberson taking his time, using Cheeseman as a pick.
Karen Toop in possession of the ball, coming out on her own side. Dangerous pass in front of her net, right to Schleyer. Defenseman save, Lamberson in possession, shot off the side of the net.
Good block by Kamlyn Dolan. That's the kind of stop you need. Lamberson going around the arc, turning around, going to his forehand side to take that lob shot. Another big save
by Tammy Colhane.
Still rolling, and it's a goal. We have a goal. Kellen Schleyer taps it in front of the net.
Goal by Ottawa Capitals, number 7.
Sorry, that was my mistake. Lucas Cheeseman scoring his first goal as an Ottawa Capital.
The Big Cheese.
We got a face-off here. Schleyer against Toop. Good fight for that ball.
Interesting face-off.
Good stick work by the two teams. Toop picks up the ball, tries to hit it. Blocks off Lamberson. Lamberson fighting for that ball, going behind the net. But he's blocked off by Dolan. Cheeseman's first man to the ball. Cheeseman taking his time, passing it up to Schleyer to the slot. Schleyer taking his time, taking that shot. Going around, trying to pass it up to Lamberson. Lamberson collects the ball on the right wing. Going up the middle. Good arc. Good stop. Cheeseman pulls it back. Schleyer picks up the ball. Going back up the middle. Good pick by Lamberson. Another shot. Cheeseman with a fantastic tip. Almost went in. Lamberson fighting for that ball. Tiana Toth-Vent picking up the ball with that stick. Great stick work. Great ball handling. Good defensive play by Matthew Lamberson. Holding that line. Face-off in the Ottawa Capital zone. Guillot now lining up in the face-off against Schleyer. Lamberson takes up the ball after the face-off win. Going down the wing, streaking down. Going behind the net. Trying to do a wraparound. Is he going to be right there? Goes right through the crease. Very close chance. Guillot shoots it into the offensive zone in the Capital zone. Schleyer is the first man to pick up the ball, following Matthew Lamberson for that train as he builds up the momentum. Passes right up to Malachi Lamberson, and we have an offside. A bit overzealous on the play there. We get a line change. Cheeseman and Matthew Lamberson are off and change for Atinj Erden and Emerson Bartel. Schleyer on the ball. Shoots on the boards, picks up the ball. Going up to the slot to take that shot. Great arc and a great stop under Cameron Dolan, the defensive player that he is, holding that ball, but they are fighting for it. Deanna Tothman is the first player to get to that ball and clears it. Goes right off Kellen Schleyer. Pulls it back down to the boards for Erden to pick up. Schleyer on his backhand, pulling it up. Now he picks it up. Staying on that right wing, going behind the net, it looks like. And Erden is right there to pick up the ball in the corner. Passing it up to Lamberson. Lamberson fighting for the ball with Guillot, and Lamberson comes out with the ball, going behind the net, trying to find that one slot. Looks up. Nice arc shot. Almost. What a great pass to Atinge Erden. And Erden was right there, but a great save by the Ottawa Black Aces goalie, Tammy Culhane. Schleyer picks it up. Taking his time, pulling it back to his strong side, taking a long shot, and Erden is right there trying to get that shot on. Almost got it. Good clear by the Ottawa Black Aces, and Kellen Schleyer goes back to regroup, take his time, dictate the pace of the game. The team that dominates the ball possession can really dictate the play of the game, and the Ottawa Capitals are very good at this kind of game. They got great teamwork, great passing. Lamberson going behind the net, trying to set up that wraparound. So close. Underneath, Dolan, fight for the ball, and Guillot picks it up. Trying to get around the Ottawa Capitals, but the tight stick checking of Lamberson on Guillot there disrupts the play, causing a turnover. Good shot by Lamberson, and an even better save by Tammy Culhane. Continuing fighting for the ball. Tiana Tothvent fighting for that along the boards, using that long reach of her stick. We got a roller right to Brian Bertrand, and he just clears it off to the side. Brian Bertrand last year attached the stick to his chair, but this time he's holding the stick with his hand, and it's an added dynamic to his goaltending. And that he can just disrupt play, poke check, even clear the ball like you saw there. There are some other potential offensive opportunities that can come with that. Now Schleyer holding that line hard with a long arc shot and a good save. Culhane really playing really well in this game. Good start. Deanna Tothvent determined to get that ball, fighting for it. And then Guillot has a shot here, potential shot, takes a shot, but a great block by Lamberson. Just because he's a forward doesn't mean he is not looking at his own defensive end with a great block. Taking his time with that ball, great ball possession as he drives it up the right wing. Going coast to coast, almost a pass to Erden, and Erden had a fantastic shot that just missed. Great opportunity by the Ottawa Capitals. Schleyer picking up the ball, shoots along the boards. We got a penalty on the Ottawa Black Aces, but Lamberson taking his time, trying to take a shot, but blocked off Tiana Tothvent, and here we have the call. It's going to be a power play for the Ottawa Capitals. We got a penalty, Karen Toop, for moving the boards. Power play time for the Ottawa Capitals. Let's see what offense and magic that they can generate from this opportunity. Good hold in the line by Emerson Bartel to keep that offensive possession going on in the offensive zone, and just missed. Oh, goes in. Goes in. What a great shot by Malachi Lamberson, and it really started off with that great keep in the zone by Emerson Bartel. Great play.
Fantastic goal. We now are up a 3-goal lead, and the gap has been spread and made by a great goal from Malachi Lamberson.
And even better, keeping the play by Emerson Bartel, number 44 for the Ottawa Capitals. Malachi starting up the momentum with ball carrying, taking his time, has good vision.
Pick set by Schleyer. Shot saved by Dolan.
Good block by Dolan, and ball's shot out of bounds. And we're going to have a face-off in the Ottawa Black Aces zone.
So we have an interesting new face-off procedure in the CEWHA. Teams are still allowed the traditional home and away advantage, and the home team gets to put their stick down first, but they can, when putting it on their desired side, they can rotate the blade of their stick all the way to 12 or 6 o'clock, and then the away team takes the opposite side. And
it adds some different dimension to the face-off, because that's how players really start off their offensive play, by desire to get that offensive possession. It really starts off with the opening face-off for the play. Now we got Schleyer following behind Matthew Lamberson for the pick. Ball right to the left wing, going down the wing.
Looking to set up. Etienne Urden.
Urden has an eye for the ball. What a save!
Saved by Colhane.
Great save, but we have the ball still live, still playing. Giot fighting for that ball, has an opportunity to go down the left wing, but he's going to be met by Lamberson. Taking his time with the ball, trying to get that shot on net, fighting for that ball, but Lucas Cheeseman is the man to pick up the ball behind the net. Black Aces try to pin him in, but good vision on Lucas Cheeseman to just take his time, see what is available to him, and the Capitals were able to set up a good pick. Cheeseman taking the time with the ball. That's the thing about being the team with the ball. You're really dictating the pace of the game, and Cheeseman is a master class of that.
Well said, Jeff, absolutely. And the ball's out of bounds. Face off in the Capital zone.
Good disruption of the play by Karen Toop. She's got a strong stick, and great stick work there. And you can see that on the forecheck that she does. She's very strong on the forecheck.
Yeah, I think she just needs a clear shot, and I mean, she can probably score from anywhere within the zone. Unfortunately, getting a clear shot against this Capital team is no easy feat. Oh, I spoke too soon.
What a great goal, and a good job by Burke to be in the right place at the right time. Just that bank shot, and just rolled right past Brian Bertrand.
Well, we've got a great game again. The game's getting tighter. The Ottawa Black Aces look to close the gap.
Well, you know, that's just that's the one goal. That's the goal that the Black Aces need to build up that confidence, that first goal of the tournament, and by the new man, Kerry Burke.
Kerry Burke's quite a veteran of the sport. He played his first tournament in 2007 for the Winnipeg
Bison, Manitoba Bison.
Manitoba Power Bisons, yes. Thank you, Jeff. Great memory. And now living in Ottawa, he's come back to this sport, and well, what a great way to start your career back.
Yes, Giot taking his time on his backhand.
Trying to get it by Matt Lamberson. Matt Lamberson has just got the lane. Schleyer takes it to the far side boards. Coming up on his backhand.
Schleyer strong on that ball with his stick.
Ball behind the net. Schleyer still in possession on the backhand side. Burke's pushing him back to the forehand. That's where Schleyer wants to be. And Robin Giot wisely clogs Schleyer behind the net. Forces him back to the weak side.
Right. Schleyer taking his time going around the net, seeing what's available to him. Going to his strong forehand side.
The forehand.
Oh! Good header, almost went in off of Etienne Urden. You know, we got a lot of soccer going on, so, and I know he's a big soccer fan, whereas for the Euros, football.
Right. Etienne Urden and Schleyer, pass to Schleyer. Schleyer in possession on his backhand side. Moving up the far side boards, Robin misses the block, but he does knock the ball off.
Yeah, you know, just that little disruption. You don't have to be too hard on it, but just any way to disrupt the ball carrier. But Schleyer is such a great ball carrier. He's that strong turning and just a strong forehand shot.
And a pass across for a tinge right through two Black Aces. What an amazing pass.
And Urden's fighting for that ball. Now Urden sometimes he'll attach the stick to his chair, but he's holding the stick in this game to be that offensive weapon. And he has a real eye to go towards the net. He's what I would call a power forward.
Absolutely, and the way that Atinge holds the stick is really unusual. It's really tricky for goalies because his shot is so awkward that it catches people by surprise.
It really does, and speaking from experience of being a former goalie, I can imagine that being very awkward for the goalie to read. But it's good to see that, like, the thing about our sport, there's lots of opportunities to and ways to play in our sport, as you'll see in just other players that play. That's the great thing about our sport is people use their disability to enhance their ability to play.
Absolutely. I mean, the best players you're going to find and the best management and stewardship of the sport is always to focus on the ability that everybody has.
Yeah, it really does so. And we got we're in the intermission here. Ottawa Capitals are up 3-1 over the Black Aces. Now, what I think that the Black Aces need to do to stay in this game is just continue with their strong defensive play. They may be down, but they've been playing so well, blocking a lot of shots, and just keep that up. Don't let up. Tammy Culhane is playing on her head right now. She is fantastic. She was, I believe, goalie of the tournament last year, and she's showing that same dominance in the crease, continuing with that. And Ottawa's just got to keep the Ottawa Capitals, got to just keep playing their game. They got good ball possession. They're getting good offensive chances, good opportunities, and they're just led by a great group, great teamwork. Got to keep that up, and they're playing strong. Now it'll be a good second period. The teams will be switching ends here. Teams will be strategizing, making some adjustments after the stuff that they saw in the first period. The referees are doing a great job as well. I'm sure they're shaking off the rust. But the added diamond to the face-off is very interesting. It's very new and adds a different dynamic to the face-offs. That's the thing about our sport is, like, people have different ways of handling face-offs.
We've already seen a couple of interesting face-offs with this new protocol. We've actually seen the ball in the air kind of clutched between the sticks, and I'm curious to see how this is going to play out throughout the length of the tournament. I think allowing the players to approach it from multiple angles will limit the amount of that a player's disability will limit their face-off opportunities, and allowing them to come from different angles will create more opportunities for more ability in all the different players.
So now that we've started the second period, what are you expecting to see from both teams this period?
Well, I mean, with the Black Aces getting their goal back, they need to be patient, but they need to be aggressive, and balancing that fine line is going to be the challenge for them against this Capitals team who clearly has a lot of offense going for them.
They have a lot of offense, but, you know, it's just that one opportunity that comes their way. They just got to keep up that tight defense that they've been playing. They've been playing incredibly well. Tammy Culhane has been holding the fort back in goaltending, and just they got to take the opportunities that come their way.
Tammy Culhane is an amazing goaltender, and for her, if she can see the shot, she's going to stop it. And I think what you're going to see from the Capitals is Schleier's going to try looping shots again, and hopefully Joe Radmore doesn't block Tammy's view. But we've got a battle in the center, and a shot goes wide. Radmore in possession in the near side corner.
Good opportunity for Emerson Bartel to hit the score sheet. Just goes wide, but we're fighting just behind the net. Fight for the ball. Lamberson versus Guillot. Guillot chips it up, goes off Schleier and onto Lamberson's stick. Lamberson cycling that ball around, taking a shot, but a good block by Joe Radmore.
Karen Toop actually forced that shot to go wide, so Lamberson didn't have a chance to put it on net. Ball out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds. Like I said, good defensive play. They just got to hold that that end defensively, and just their opportunities will come, as it shows on the scoreboard that they got that one goal, and just take it one shot, one shift at a time.
Absolutely. I was really excited to see this Black Aces team because Karen Toop, unfortunately, something came up last year, and she, her plans to attend, she was on the Black Aces roster, and then she couldn't make it at the last minute. So this is, for me personally, this is my first time seeing Karen Toop, and I've been excited to see her play, and I'm impressed thus far.
Yep. And good cycling of the ball with Lamberson and Schleyer. Good picks by these players. They know where each other needs to shoot, and they set the perfect pick.
Well said, Jeff. Toop's been holding that inside lane, taking Schleier's desired shot away. And Lamberson breaks through on the far side boards, coming in pass to Bartel. And cleared by Karen Toop. What an amazing defensive play, falling back from forward.
Great defensive play by Toop.
Shot, save.
Lamberson's right there for the rebound, save. And another save.
Awesome, Tammy Culhane standing on her head.
Shot off the boards, goes out of bounds.
Pressure here from the Capitals.
But there's that phrase, they will bend, but they won't break. That is exactly what I see with the Ottawa Black Aces. They're given some, but they're not giving up too much.
Absolutely, well said, Jeff. I agree 100%. Ball cleared by the Black Aces. Let's see if they can put some pressure on the Capitals now in their own zone. Lamberson in possession, trying to come up the far side boards. Toop tries to intercept. Lamberson goes by. Toop waiting for the stick. Radmore tries to break up the passing lane between Lamberson and Schleyer. So far, they're not able to connect. Lamberson to the near side boards on his backhand.
Pulling it back to his forehand, and Giot is there to meet him, so he can't take it around.
Bartel across, and Toop in possession. Looking for an opportunity, just tries a clearing attempt, but blocked by a Tinge Erden. Erden trying to just jam it deeper back into the Black Aces zone. He doesn't want it back into his own end, but Robin Giot clears the zone. Schleyer on the near side boards on his forehand. Coming back to his backhand.
His right wing still has the ball, fighting along the boards.
This is the hard side for Schleyer, so he's struggling. We'll see if the Black Aces can come and pressure him, but he gets back to the strong side. Cutting across, looking for his desired loop. Shot on, banked by Culhane into the corner.
Good save, good save. And good on Schleyer to pull it back to his strong side. That, like, when you're a shooter, you want to shoot it on the spots that you are very confident that you can get a good chance on it. Schleyer really knows where he can shoot and score from.
Absolutely. And the ball comes across to the near side boards. Lamberson in possession, turning back, looking for a shot. Shot goes wide on the right side. Radmore behind the net, taking possession. Lamberson coming in to try and block him in. Giot looking for a pick. And Giot digging on the boards. Possession by Giot. Clearing attempt is missed, but Toop in possession. Toop lobs a shot. It's trickling in on the net. What's going to happen? Save Bertrand.
And those are awkward for a goalie to stop because they're just so slow and they can just roll so weirdly at times. But good read on Brian Bertrand right there. Schleyer, the first player to the ball in the corner. Taking it, going behind the net, taking his time, looking for that shot.
Oh, Giot gets on the stick of Schleyer and takes away his sweet shot. Giot taking it to the boards, looking for the clearing attempt. Clearing attempt is blocked by Lamberson. Schleyer in possession, ball clears the zone.
Schleyer and Lamberson are really good at suffocating the offensive ball carrier.
Oh, Culhane gets the initial save, but the bounce off of her wheel gets a spin on it and trickles around behind her and ends up in the net.
That's like the weird thing. It's just like balls will roll and bounce weird, and it's hard for the goalie to read. And like sometimes you think you have stopped it, but you got to be fully committed to making that save. You got to be absolutely confident that you have stopped that ball.
It is amazing with these balls. If you get a little bit of spin on them, it's like playing pool. They can end up going in funky ways, and I think that's what happened to Tammy in that case. Her chair was just not perfectly perpendicular, and as it hit, it spun off the back and took a little bit of a twist and ended up in the net. So now the Capitals have restored a 3-goal lead. Tinge Erden clearing attempt up the near side boards, put Schleyer on his backhand. Toop with the inside lane. Schleyer in the corner, looking for a pass.
Yeah, support from Lamberson just behind him too. Some tight coverage there. Pass right to Matt Lamberson and drops it right for Malachi Lamberson, his brother. It goes right to the boards behind the net. Dolan fighting that ball with Malachi Lamberson, was met by Kellen Schleyer. Ball is rolling in the crease. Still in the crease. Colleen looking for it, and we got a stoppage.
Tammy was amazing on that one. It was sitting on her wheel and rolling back, and you could see her looking down over the side and backing up, keeping that ball right on the outside of her big wheel. I don't think she'll make the same mistake again. She's probably going to replay that the third goal or fourth goal for the Capitals over and over, but it's good to get that out of the way early in the tournament. I don't think she'll get beat that way again.
Yeah, as a goalie, you always got to be looking at what mistakes did you make? Why did that goal go in? I've done that over the years of my time, and I imagine Colleen will be doing the same. Fighting for the ball. Lamberson with the ball, taking it back up to the slot for that shot. Nice arc.
Save Colleen again. Guillotte in possession. Near side boards. Dolan is setting the pick. Guillotte runs into Lamberson. Ball ends up back on net.
Good forecheck by Malachi Lamberson. He's so strong. Like that's why I really look at him as a power forward. He's not afraid to get into those tight spots and really fight for that ball.
Absolutely, absolutely. And even though he has MD, Malachi Lamberson, he doesn't use a hard wrist shot that often, but he gets everything out of his strength. When he decides to let it go, he has a deceptively fast shot. He lobs 90% of the time, but the 10% of the time that he lets one go, he's got a laser.
He really does, and great. He's got great ball control as well. He's got everything you could ask for from a power hockey player. So many skill sets he has.
I'm sure the Capitals were happy to have him back for a full season this year and really developing some chemistry between Malachi and Kellen. They were a great pairing last year, and I look forward to seeing how well they perform throughout this tournament.
Lamberson going down the left wing this time. Tries to take a shot, but it's blocked by Kent Dolan.
Malachi looking to break inside, but he's just covered. Covered and smothered. Ball gets inside. Tiana clearing attempt is going to just make. Oh, it doesn't make it out of the zone. A lean and stretch from Atinge Erden keeps it in.
Just like Emerson Bartel, we see from Atinge Erden really hold that ball in to keep the offensive play alive. Let's see what happens.
The pressure on the Black Aces has been so intense in these last few minutes. It's amazing that the score is only 4-1 right now.
Well, the Black Aces have really slowed down the game.
For sure.
The Capitals came off strong, and the Black Aces have now really adjusted, and we're seeing some great defensive play, and I hope to see that transition into an offensive opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. We saw on the first goal for the Black Aces, I mean, they're just a split second away from a lane, and I mean, someone like Karen Toop's got so much power, and Guillotte's got a lot of power too. So they just need that tiny little opening, which is hard to find against the Capitals, but they've already proven if they can get that, they'll get that line of sight, it's going to end up in the net.
Another win by Kellen Schleyer. He is a monster on the faceoff.
Absolutely. He has an incredibly small range of motion, but the amount of strength that he does have, he's not somebody I would want to have an arm wrestling match with, let's put it that way.
Malachi Lamberson looking for that wraparound, but Guillotte was right there to stop it. Guillotte is doing a great job shadowing Malachi Lamberson, especially you saw it right there.
Absolutely. And from a coaching perspective, if you were to tell a player, just stick to Malachi and limit him as much as possible, that would not be poor coaching.
Well, there's a lot to follow. Schleier's using a good job using his power chair to create that little bit of space. Any space is great. Good stop by Tammy
Another great save by Colleen. Ball bouncing around in the slot towards the near side boards. Dolan keeps it on the near side into the corner.
Strong backhand by Lamberson. Not only does he have a good forehand, but he's got a good backhand as well.
Absolutely. Now we got the big cheese in possession, looking for a lane out. Malachi's trying to create it for him. Oh, ball's out to Kellen Schleyer, across to his sweet spot.
And a good block by Tiana Tothvent.
Absolutely. Seeing her in a defensive position is new. We never saw that last year. I guess they feel they need to have a good, strong stick in front of the net to be able to just get the ball away from the front. Giote battling with Malachi in the corner.
Cheeseman there to support him.
Right up against the back of Mal's chair. There you go.
Ball back into the corner. Malachi's coming out with it. Schleyer with the pick.
Push up.
And the shot goes high, and Tiana Tothvent with the blocking save as a defenseman. Malachi in possession again. Camelin trying to keep him on the outside, but Malachi breaks in. Ball back to the far side boards. Schleyer dumps it back towards behind the net.
Black Aces know that they don't have the speed to keep up with the Capitals, so they're playing a tight defensive game right in front of the goal crease to block those shots.
Absolutely. Well said, Jeff. Oh, pass attempt to Cheeseman. Gets lost in his footrest.
Cheeseman trying to bat that out of the air. I saw him make a great tip in the first period, and he's trying. He's getting those looks.
Again, we're seeing the interesting benefits to both teams of that trade between Cheeseman and Giote. On the scoreboard, it seems to have benefited the Capitals, but I have to say they've been getting a lot of defensive help from Giote. I don't know how well the Black Aces would be faring right now without him on the floor.
Malachi Lamberson was just a little bit offside there.
Constant coaching going on.
Well, I was going to comment, both sides have great coaching. Both sides are very vocal. And can you tell me a little bit about the two coaching groups, especially from it's the same coaching groups from last year, right?
Absolutely, and both coaching staffs did a great job last year. Last year was the first time I met the Cheesemans, and they do a great job at coaching the Black Aces and getting 99.9% out of their players. The scoreboard doesn't always show the effort and the skill set on the floor. That's why it's a game, but the Cheesemans are fantastic coaches, and Coach Schleyer and Kelly have been coaching the Ottawa Capitals now for 9 years.
Yeah, I remember going to tournaments, and they've been coaches for a long time, and that's great to have that commitment and that love for the game. That's what you'd love to see. We're almost at the very end of the second period, 10 seconds to go. But an important face-off. Good win by Robin Giote, but it's actually brought back to Emerson Bartel, who tries to keep it in line, holding at the boards.
Clogging Lamberson on the boards, just trying to kill the penalty and get out of the period without another goal going in. And success from the Black Aces. They got out of the period, back to the bench, a little bit of coach, a little bit of counsel, go into the third, and the game's not over yet. 3 goals can easily be scored in a period if things get turned around.
Not like compared to the first period. First period we had 3 goals scored. Compared to this period, we had 1 goal scored.
So things are working in favor of the Black Aces at this point. Momentum is starting to shift in the direction they want it to go.
Sorry, I meant 4 goals in the first period, 1 goal in this period. So tighter defense. Welcome back for the start of the third period. Good face-off win by Schleyer. Pulls it back to his own zone for Malachi Lamberson to pick up. Lamberson taking his time. Cutting up the middle, and then going down the wing, the left wing. Looking for that shot, going coast to coast. Great shot and a great save by Tammy Colehane.
Onto the stick of Cheeseman. Cheeseman looks around, circles around. Schleyer goes to set up the pick, but Cheeseman's a little slow. Schleyer tries to pick it up. Cheeseman cuts in, tries it on the inside, but Toop says not today. Schleyer in possession, retreating back into his own zone, looking to set up as he likes to do. And back to the backside, and retreats to get back onto the strong hand. Looking for a lane. Black Aces clog it up and force the ball back to the outside. Oh, pardon me. Attempted clear ends up on the lap of Matt Lamberson.
One thing I'm noticing is that for the Ottawa Capitals, the players that don't have the ball really know where to go. It's like that's such a hard thing to do. Is for some players, especially in our league, is understanding that what is your role? What do you need to do when you don't have the ball? And the Ottawa Capitals are very good at setting those picks, creating that space for the ball carrier, whoever that is.
Absolutely, they're a very system-oriented team. I mean, as much as they're a good goal-scoring team, they are a system-based team. I mean, they're not loaded up with the traditional strong players that would be leading a team in the past. They look like the sort of team that our new ranking system that we're implementing, we're probably going to see more teams looking this way. I'm actually really excited to see your team play this afternoon as well, Jeff. I kind of look at you guys and Ottawa in the same sense that you've always been a very system-based team, and you don't try to focus on one or two muscle men to do the work. And I think our new ranking system is actually going to make those teams, give them the opportunity to shine even more.
So for the viewers at home, can you explain what this new leveling system is and what it brings compared to our old leveling system?
So essentially the players are ranked from 0.5 up to 4.5, and reverse of the 1 to 3. The strongest players that would traditionally be called 1s are now 4.5s, and then depending on the limitation of ability, whether it's a lack of strength, a lack of reach, a lack of range of motion, a lack of coordination, and depending on visual impairment, the ranks then go from 4.0, 3.53, and all the way down to 0.5. And it's similar to what's used in Europe, but it's not based on their actual boundaries. In Europe, they're allowed 11 points on the floor, if I recall correctly, but they don't include the goaltender. And what we're doing here is we're allowing 12 points on the floor, including the goaltender. And essentially, at that point, the ranking system doesn't mandate in any way where the team must use their ability. One of the things that we saw throughout the history of the 1 to 3 system is there was very little opportunity for lower level players who would be stick attached or have incredibly limited strength in forward positions. They were usually given the position of goaltender or defense. There were very few teams that were successful with players of limited ability as forwards. And I actually think it won't be long, and it could even be this initial tournament where we finally see a team win a title with a stick attached forward, and that would be the most exciting thing in my 25 years to see.
Well, I'm very excited to see how this leveling system is implemented with other teams and possible line changes. So let's get back to the action here. Kellen Schleyer picks it up behind his net, in his own zone, picking it behind the net. But he's hemmed in by Camelin Dolan.
Great defensive positioning by Dolan. While backing up, he's looking to steal the ball from Schleyer, and he still keeps Schleyer pinned on the outside.
Well, that's the thing about what I'm noticing that the Black Aces do. They're trying really hard to slow down the Ottawa Capitals. They're a team you can't stop, but you can try your best to slow down.
Absolutely. Well said, Jeff. And that's exactly how they pulled off their first goal. And thankfully, in that case, the shot went wide. Schleyer in possession in the near side corner. Looking to back up, but Toop parked right on him, gave him no space. And that's exactly what she needs to do. You don't want to give Schleyer space, and he is pinned in now.
Ball goes out of play, and we will have a face-off. Now, the more and more I see this diamond shape, I really love it. I think it just creates an extra dimension to the face-offs. There's so many variables and dimensions in our sport. Just an added strategy and added notion that is so unique.
Absolutely, Jeff. We saw in the last CEWHA tournament, and I've also seen in other tournaments, the older rules said you could place your sticks at 3 and 9, and there were always players looking for just that little edge where the toe would lead in before, hoping the refs didn't catch it. And this takes that away, because now they can toe in all the way to the 12 o'clock position or heel in all the way to the 6 o'clock position. And for players such as Kellen Schleyer, or from your league for Ben Thorne, who have very limited range of motion, and maybe if they've only got 6 to 12 inches of actual stroke length, they can position their chair on a different angle to get their more desired face-off win. And making those players effective in the face-off circle creates a lot of other opportunities for offensive plays from the face-off.
Well, face-offs can really dictate who gets ball possession first. Ball possession is huge in our game because you can really dictate the pace of the game.
You can't win the game without the ball. In this case, Malachi Lamberson up the center. Guyot tries to take the inside lane. Oh, a great heel side save by Tammy Colhane. Kicks it off to Cameron Dolan in the far side corner. The big cheese coming in to pull it away.
Cheeseman fighting for it in the corner, trying to pass it up to Schleyer. I think Toop ended up clearing it. Matthew Lamberson leaving the ball behind for Kellen Schleyer to receive. Schleyer just tries to shoot it back.
Schleier's dump went off Malachi's back towards the corner. Malachi in possession now, gets a breakaway up the middle. It's all on Tiana and Tammy at this point.
Great pass, and Cheeseman just missed that.
Wow. Tiana forced the pass. Great defensive play by Toth Vent. Wow, what a nice stick tip from Tammy Colhane. Right off the nose of her stick. Schleyer shot blocked by Karen Toop. Ball's back in the corner. Cameron Dolan tries a turn and just a little slow, and unfortunately Malachi tries a pass, but Robin Guyot in possession on the far side boards. Clearing attempt is successful. Lamberson's in pursuit. Malachi in possession.
One thing I'm noticing is Matthew Lamberson, the defenseman for the Ottawa Capitals, has been playing very high up, playing on that line, even going deeper, going up to the three-point line. They're playing four-man deep, which is something you don't really see too much in our sport.
Clearly shows a significant amount of confidence in his positioning. Schleyer on the near side boards, shot from his desired position. Forearm deflection by Toth Vent. Oh, Malachi Lamberson passed from behind the net right to Lucas Cheeseman. There was no chance for Tammy Colhane. The chair couldn't get from post to post quick enough.
And that was just like a great heads-up play by Malachi Lamberson. Great pass right to the stick of Lucas Cheeseman. Cheeseman was able to tap that in.
I think if he actually missed that one, he would have been getting razzed by his line mates on the bench for that. That was an amazing setup, and it was beautifully executed by Lucas Cheeseman.
Great debut game for Lucas Cheeseman, 2 goals, and the Capitals are now up 5-1.
Yeah, it's I would say the score is a pretty decent reflection of this game. It's been consistent pressure from the Capitals, but you don't want to take away from the fact that, oh, interesting. We got sticks locked together. I guess that was inevitable. It was bound to happen. These two have had most of the face-offs they've taken against one another. The ball has actually been suspended between their sticks in the air. Yep. I initially thought with the diamond we were going to see a lot more of the balls actually taking air right off the hop, and it has not played out that way at all.
Not yet, but it still has potential to see. You could possibly see a goal right off the face-off with this diamond formation.
Absolutely. I'm super excited to see how this plays out and review all the video footage myself and talk with all the player reps and the coaches of each of the other divisions and find out if there's anything we can do to improve upon it. Great shot by Malachi Lamberson. Better save by Tammy Colhane.
Great save by Tammy Colhane. Lamberson
again tries a backside stuff, and Colhane says, "Not today, son."
Underneath Kellen Schleier's wheelchair, trying to fight for it. Goes right to Lamberson again. And he takes a shot, and it's blocked by Burke.
Again, Malachi tries a shot out of bounds.
Good height, just wide, but they're getting some good looks.
I think what it looked like happened there, it looked like he was actually leaning his stick back a little bit further, trying to get it up and just sort of raindrop it down into the crease. And as he leaned it back, it just kind of pulled a little bit more to the right side than he was aiming for. And unfortunately, the bounce has got us back in the face-off circle. And again, oh my gosh, that was a lot of velocity from Toot there.
That almost could have been what we were just talking about, but it would have been an own goal. But luckily, it was blocked.
Exactly. I think it's going to be, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out going forward. It's fascinating to watch how these face-offs are playing out. Again, another shot from Malachi. Tube's tight enough to take the shot away. Another shot by Lamberson and another save by Culhane. She has just turned it on. She's in a different zone now. I don't think the Capitals are going to squeak one past the Terminator, Tammy Culhane, again.
Fantastic goaltending. There's a reason why she won goalie of the tournament last year, and she's showing that same type of pace of play this year.
Absolutely, Jeff. Sometimes it's easy for goalies to get discouraged when you're down by 4 goals, 5 goals or more, but in my limited experience seeing Tammy Culhane, I would say that she's not somebody who ever gets discouraged. She's got a very positive outlook on the game, always has fun, but she never gives up on a play.
Well, that's fantastic, and because goaltending is one of the most stressful positions in all of sports, and it's good to have that outlook and that positivity. But she is an absolutely fantastic goalie.
Absolutely, she's post to post right now. At this point, a couple of rebounds down in the crease from what it looked like here, and I mean, she's still got a smile on her face, but it's still a smile of determination.
Ball along the boards. Yacht tries to make a lead pass, but it goes right to Kellen Schleyer in the Ottawa Capitals zone.
Oh, Burke gets a stick on Malachi's stick and got just enough on it to take some mustard off.
Good defensive play by Burke.
Absolutely. Toop tries to clear the zone. Bartel tries to block it in, and not so much. Guillot's poking along the boards, trying to jam it out. Lamberson in for help. Lamberson in possession. Cutting behind his own. Nope, turns back to the near side boards onto his forehand. Coming up the near side boards, Malachi Lamberson. Here comes the raindrop. Oh no, it's a pass.
It's a great pass. Just misses Schleyer, but he did regain possession of the ball, going to that slot. That 3 perimeter shot, looking for a shot, just misses the net.
Wow. I'm actually wondering, I wondered why Malachi would have passed on to Schleier's backhand, but I'm wondering if he was actually intending to deflect it so he could turn back to his strong side to cut for the center for the shot. I actually saw that play between the two of them a few times last year. It's the first time I've seen it today, but look to see that more and more as this tournament progresses. Schleyer doesn't often pass on or shoot on his backhand because he doesn't have much of a backhand, but he's got enough wrist control that he can deflect it off into the corner and then pick it up and cut back to his strong side. Shot from Lamberson, and then a great save again by Tammy Culhane.
Ball right to Guillot in the corner, fighting with Erden.
Yeah, Erden pass to Malachi. Malachi on his backhand towards Karen. Kellen picks Karen Toop. And ball, Radmore and Etinger battling for the ball. Off onto the backboards, Malachi in possession. Pick from Schleyer. Malachi across the top of the point. And shot on, and Etinger actually stopped the ball from entering the crease. I think he was trying to tip it, but he managed to block the shot.
I saw him shake his head. He's quite disappointed by that, but we've all done that.
Absolutely. You can't tip it if you don't reach for it. Schleyer to the far side boards on his forehand. Bartel with the pick, and the shot is wide on the right side. Guillot in possession, looking to just clear the zone, but he's not going to succeed.
Good awareness on Bartel to bunch up as soon as Schleyer got the ball to set up that pick.
Absolutely. Ottawa back on side. Schleyer coming in. Okay, that is game.